On the 4th of August 2019, a French couple, accompanied by their 6-year-old child, were holidaying in the United Kingdom. They took it upon themselves to have a trip to London's famous Tate Modern Art Gallery. At approximately 2:32 p.m, they approached the 10th floor viewing platform. Their young child, 6 years old, proceeded to skip away from the couple. The child skipped past a 17-year-old Jonty Bravery, who decided to scoop up the young child and throw him over the railings, throwing him 100 feet or 30 meters down to the 5th floor viewing platform. The 6-year-old sustained massive, catastrophic and devastating injuries. The 6-year-old broke his spine, legs and arms and was immediately rushed to a hospital. In fact, his injuries were so bad that he will remain in care and will receive round-the-clock healthcare back home in France now until 2022. He is now wheelchair-bound. Jonty Bravery, who is now 18 years old, was sentenced to life imprisonment. In the United Kingdom, we call this 15 to life. I know in America it's 25 to life. In the UK, 15 years is considered to be a life sentence. He is now in Broadmoor Psychiatric High Security Hospital. Broadmoor is a very, very infamous psychiatric prison here in the United Kingdom. What was once the home of the criminally insane is now considered to be our psychiatric hospital for prisoners. To give you an idea of the infamy of Broadmoor Psychiatric Hospital, the hospital's former guests, shall we say, are people such as Peter Sutcliffe, also known as the Yorkshire Ripper, one of our serial killers here in the United Kingdom, Ronnie Kray, brother to Reggie Kray, the Kray twins, United Kingdom's first gangsters, and Michael Peterson, aka Charles Bronson, the UK's most infamous and dangerous prisoner. So, how did this happen? Why did this happen? What is going to happen moving forward? Well, in order to understand that, we have to understand Jonty. Jonty Bravery is a young man who has a lot of problems. He has a lot of problems. Prior to the attack, he was in mostly full-time supported living, receiving care from support workers. He does have severe autism, and he does have thought to be a mixed personality disorder. Obviously, it wasn't autism that made him do this. Prior to the attacks, Jonty was living in my former neck of the woods, West London, in supported living. And according to statements by the support workers who work for the company that looked after Jonty, although these have yet to be investigated and confirmed, he apparently had been showing signs of aggression and even had expressed a desire to attempt to kill somebody, whether via strangulation or throwing somebody off a high platform. Originally, he did plan to throw somebody off of the Shard. The Shard is London's tallest building. He expressed these desires, these dark desires, to a carer who allegedly recorded him saying that, although that proof has yet to be presented in court. He was recorded stating to a carer words to the effect of, "I want to hurt somebody, I want to kill somebody, I want to throw them off a building so that they fall 100 feet, so they have no chance of them surviving." Although the 6-year-old miraculously did survive a 100-foot drop. According to what I was able to find from the news sources, he apparently felt very bullied, very victimized. He did not like the idea of having mental health problems. He didn't like people telling him that he had mental health issues, and so decided that life on the inside of a prison would be far better for him. So how was it he was wandering around the Tate Modern unaccompanied by a support worker / carer? Well, according to what was available via sources, the company in question had decided to de-escalate the amount of support that he receives in order to give him more independence. As somebody who has worked in care and support and has actually looked after adults with autism, I can confirm that one of the big kind of issues, especially here in the UK, that we try to strive for, whether it's care for the elderly or care / support for people with autism, is we strive for providing them with as much independence as humanly possible. And so Jonty's level of care, his support, had been de-escalated to allow him up to 4 hours unsupported going out in public. What's strange is the company knew and had documented the fact that he actually had violent outbursts, not just within his own personal space in his home with other carers, but actually outside in the public. He had apparently been attempting to carry out vicious acts of violence out in public as well prior to the attack. So from my perspective, as somebody who used to work within this industry, who understands that CQC, the Care Quality Commission, is now looking into this. Of course, CQC were asked by the company in question to investigate and review the actions here, and the company says that they did the right thing. I personally disagree. If he was escalating to the point of becoming confrontational and violent out in public whilst unsupported, then that is an issue. That is a major, major problem. Allegedly, one of the carers in question, who cannot be mentioned according to the source, did state that he had told his senior colleagues about Jonty's desire to carry out some form of attack, and nothing was done. In fact, what they did do is allow him 4 hours unsupported, which again confuses me a great deal. With Jonty, grave mistakes have been made and a child suffered for it. According to the sources, again, the 6-year-old, despite only recently being able to actually move his own hands, he's now terrified of strangers, and he probably will remain that way for quite some time. Probably walking away from this situation with some severe mental health problems of his own. During the court proceedings, which was held out via video link from Broadmoor to the court, obviously due to the quarantine, apparently Jonty, was very focused at one point and proceeded to get up and face a wall on his hands and knees. So there very clearly is a major, major problem here. But I do hope that he gets the treatment that he needs in order to function properly. And I do hope that the victim, the young French 6-year-old, who's now back in France with his family, receives the care and is able to recover as fast as humanly possible. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this? Is 15 years to life too light? Do you feel that he should be put in normal prison, or do you think he's in the right place? Let me know down below in the comments, and thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please consider sharing it, as most of the true crime content that I do often gets demonetized and often stays that way, so crush down the algorithm, and please smash a like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Alex of Irate Alex. This has been True IRL. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace. Hello. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it, especially with the new direction of the channel. And as you may have noticed, things have changed a little bit over here. And since leaving Hater Nation behind, obviously, transitioning over to a mixture of true crime and obviously absolute bonkers, so the channel's taken a little bit of a hit. So I do have to say thank you for everybody who is choosing to stick around and watch the true crime stuff in particular. Thank you very much to all of my wonderful, very generous patrons and channel members. It means a great deal to me. Without you guys, I would not be in a fairly decent position that I'm in right now. So I really do appreciate it, guys. And obviously, of course, although I haven't included them here, thank you to everyone who's a subscriber over on Twitch as well. It really does help a brother out. But guys, if you like what I've been doing, please let me know down below. If you like the true crime stuff, if you have any suggestions, any criticisms, I would be very much open to that discussion. But in the meantime, guys, thank you guys for watching. I've been Alex, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.